I'm very high up here. I don't mean to be slightly ridiculous.
Get that. Look,
Yeah,
the
I could get
armchair.
that chair, yeah.
Maybe you could sit lower than us, so you have to look up.
So much of this taking 5 minutes, by
Exactly.
the way. Right? You've got your clock, the whole 5 minutes to save the world thing.
This, I'd just like to say, is our new clock.
It's very nice.
We've only got one bite at this cherry, so you have to be seriously good first time
4,
up.
3, 2, 1.
What?
And...
Go! Would you guys ever like to travel into space?
No, I'd hate to. I get claustrophobia, and I would hate the idea. I think of nothing worse than putting a rocket and they say, I'm sorry, you're now going into orbit, landing on the moon, staying there for a week and flying back again.
I love Star Trek, though. Actually, if you were to travel in, Starship Enterprise, it might be slightly different.
What's the scariest thing that's ever happened to you two? Come on, we're 25 seconds in. I'm trying to get as many questions
Well,
in
it's
as
the funny
possible.
thing. When we used to go to New York in the early 80s, we were going to this place called the Roxy Roller Rink. They had a club night on Saturday nights. This is like 1983. And we got into a taxi and we said something like 52nd and 7th, please. And then we drove off. The guy drove off really fast. We noticed he didn't really have an official number. And his girlfriend was in the front of the car, and they were laughing and drinking something and playing the radio really loud. And we thought, we've been kidnapped. Oh my God, what's going to happen to us? And you see these terrible stories of tourists being murdered in New York. Anyway, and so we drove through New York. We were both really quiet and scared in the back of the car. And
It's going to take up the whole 5 minutes.
and suddenly, he streaked to a halt. He drove onto this parking lot, totally deserted in the middle of nowhere. And he said, and we thought, oh my God, he's going to get out a gun now. And he said, here we are, 7th and 52nd. And we said, can you take us back? And where we came from. And it was just scary because we thought that moment we were going to get murdered.
Chris, you're still alive. Tell me about growing up in Lancashire.
Oh, sorry, that's a non sequitur, isn't
It's
it?
a total non sequitur, but I'm trying to squeeze in as much as possible.
We're doing the
Is it-
non-sequiturs.
We're doing non
Quite dangerous
sequiturs.
in Blackpool.
Is it true? You were born in Blackpool.
Although I did see some big fights there over the time. When I was actually, when I worked as the glass collector in the Dixland Show Bar, there would be these massive brawls every Friday and Saturday night. The whole place would erupt into a big fight, and all the bars over the what do you call those things would come down, and it was great actually. And then the bounce security would be throwing people down the stairs at the front. So it's a bit like the OK Corral. But what was the question though?
Was it a good childhood?
Oh, it was excellent. Yeah, no better place to go than Blackpool.
Neil, you went to a Roman Catholic school. Did that shape you?
Well, I wrote the words for It's a Sin.
Which is one of my favourite songs. Quite a controversial song.
No St Cuthbert's, no It's a Sin. So it wasn't all bad. I didn't like my school I went to, actually. I hated it, really.
You were brought up in the northeast.
I was brought up in Newcastle,
You
yes.
still have a studio in your home in County Durham?
Yes. Well, we have a place we use as a studio. Our studio is totally portable. We also have it in London sometimes.
Tell me a little bit about the new album.
The new album is the most poppy album we've made for quite a long time. I think the first side sounds almost like a greatest hits record because it's one pop song after another in a different style. We wrote most of it. We wrote 3 tracks with Xenomania, famous producers of Girls Aloud and other artists, and who also produced the whole record. And it's got a very clever cover with a tick, because it's called Yes.
Is there a sort of defining message that comes through all of your music? You're quite political.
Yeah, the defining message that comes through our music is life is very complicated, but love is worth it.
What are you both most proud of so far in your lives? Because you've just been honoured at the Brits. You've got under 1.5 minutes. So much more. Come on, come on.
What I'm proud of, well, I'm proud of all the records we made. One of the things I'm most proud of about the Pet Shop Boys is the fact that we brought Dusty Springfield back. Because Dusty was the most amazing singer, probably the best female singer Britain's ever produced. And, she hadn't made a record for years when we met her. And then we made this record, What I Don't Deserve This. It was actually her biggest ever hit in America. And suddenly she was making records again herself. And that was a great... it didn't quite seem so much at the time, but now looking back, it seems amazing.
What do you think is the defining moral issue of our age? We can come back to it. It's a bit unfair to land that with you. Because look, 40 seconds to go. What makes you angry, Neil?
Angry. What makes me angry is in the modern world, there's always people trying to control you. that I think liberty is gradually just dribbling down the plug hole, down a digital plug hole, and that makes me really, really angry. And that's why I went to the convention on modern liberty at the weekend.
What makes you happy, Chris?
Well, I'm very rarely happy.
Why the cap and the glasses? They've seen you without them, and you look easily as cool, if not
gorgeous,
cooler.
aren't I? I'm absolutely sensational to look at.
Look, can you count down, please? Well,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
that is not a bad ring, is it?
Thunderbirds are go.
Well, we did all right. I mean, we've got
Flat,
a
we
few
do all
questions
interviews
here.
like that now. 5 minutes is all you get with a clock.
We had nothing else to say.
With a big clock.
Yeah.